So we have the April new moon, April 11th, 2021, the central daylight time zone. So you need to adjust for where you live. 9:31 p.m. Also emotions. It's your feelings and your emotions, the fourth house. So when there's all this fiery energy in the fourth house of emotions, we're very fired up possibly about something that's occurred in your life, in the world, in the news. Be the observer. What I want to draw your eye to is Mercury at 14 degrees. Look what's at the exact opposite of Mercury in Aries at 14. The United States Saturn in Libra is at 1448. So it's information. Saturn is the one who sets the rules. It's an opposition, meaning we're going to be hearing something. They're going to light each other up. The rules come down to Mercury, information coming through. Aquarius was trying to come out, and Aquarius represents shocks and surprises. So shocking information coming through about the law, about things being fair and balanced, because these are the rules. These are the law, fair and balanced. This is intimate, significant one-on-one relationships. Remember, this is in the United States natal chart we're looking at, okay? This is Mercury opposing Saturn. Mercury is information. So this is, Mercury is media and news, all right? It's digital. It's social media, okay? It's the internet. But when you gather your information digitally, this is Mercury, okay? And so there's Saturn right there, right? Saturn in Libra. Let's click on that real quick. Saturn, first of all, represents responsibilities, boundaries, and structures, which we call rules. Structure that provides a positive framework with which you can build something, or a structure that limits your development and forces you to reassess your liabilities and assets. Now, what does Saturn mean in Libran energy? You have the ability to create responsible and long-lasting relationships, both in your personal life and at work, because Libran energy represents relationships, significant one-on-one relationship. You can be the diplomat, but it's long-term relationships because that's what Saturn does. Saturn is all about building something for the long term. It's not about, helter-skelter, one-night stand type of stuff. No, it's looking for long-term stability, right? For this reason, you enjoy working with other people, involving them in your projects or becoming immersed in their projects, okay? So having Saturn in the 10th house, you have a fear of public failure. Ah, interesting. You approach your career with caution. After early setbacks, you will become hardworking and respectable in your chosen profession. Their profession, their professional career, their worldly ambitions, it takes them a while. The country is still very young. It's growing up. I remember doing a video when we had the eclipses going through the sign of Cancer, and it kept coming through loud and clear that we are in a not even in a birthing process, that we were in gestation as a nation. We were still in this gestation process, even though we believe that we've already popped out of the birth canal. And maybe we have to some degree, but we're going through a rebirth. And so when you have, United States is coming upon its Pluto return. You see this, Pluto at 2644, Pluto 2733. What you have here is a Pluto return, and it is a rebirth. It is the old going away. Pluto pulls things out at the root level. And you start with a fresh slate. You start with clean ground where there's nothing there, and you rebuild from scratch. That's what a Pluto return represents. So it's a transformation, deep transformations in this country. And it has to do with their monetary system, has to do with their money, has to do with what they value, what their values are based on, has to do with their natural resources, because this is what the second house means. Absolutely. And the United States, what else do you see at this new moon? You see Jupiter conjunct the moon. Jupiter conjunct the moon. So inflamed emotions about the public will have, emotions, group energy. The emotions will rise. They'll be expanded because that's what Jupiter does. It expands wherever it touches upon. Jupiter will be touching upon the public, the people. Jupiter will be expanding upon it. And this Jupiter will be trining Mars. Trining Mars. You see that? Trine, because it's air. This is Jupiter in group energy. That's what Aquarius means, group energy. Friends, the group, large groups of people, where you congregate. This is also digital congregating, right? Social media, YouTube's, Facebook, and Mars trining at 23 degrees. A trine means it adds ease. Mars and Jupiter working really well together. And when you have Jupiter trining Mars, that means a beneficial, because that's Jupiter, good, beneficial because it's trine, absolutely. Adding major ease because it's trine, but Jupiter already usually brings gifts and beneficial things. And Jupiter really does do that when it's, it's beneficial things for people and for group energy, but especially when it's trining Mars, Jupiter then beneficial action, beneficial activities, beneficial group activities. Find out where your Aryan energy is in your life by finding out where Aryan energy is in your chart. Comment below if you want that, and I will hook you up.